All right, hi everybody, this is Dr. Manning, and this is going to be just kind of a quick intro video, basically to introduce you to Canvas and then also to introduce you to the Personal Finance online class. So what you're looking at right now is the syllabus. You should have access to this. I posted it in one of our very first announcements, so you have a digital copy that you can access. I'm going to highlight just a few things on the syllabus. Most of it you can read for yourself. So up here at the top, contacting me. So this is an online class, meaning we're not going to see each other every day. In fact, some of you might never see me. It just kind of depends on what your needs are. Speaking of, if you do need something, like you aren't understanding a particular concept, or you're having technology issues, or you're going to be unable to complete a test in time. There's all sorts of reasons, but if you need to contact me, these are the 3 ways that you can do it. I would say email is probably the best option, simply because I can respond to it fairly quickly, but you can also send me a direct message through Canvas, which is our website. Of course, you're logged in there right now. Or you can stop by and see me face to face. Most of the time I am in room 65, which is in the back hallway, but there will be occasions where you might need to find me in room 89 or in the library. And I will post a copy of my schedule in Canvas so you can use that to find out where I should be. All right, so this is Personal Finance. This is a class that is very similar to what you would get if you were going to be in the face-to-face version that Coach Wright teaches. The only main difference is that this information is delivered to you digitally through Canvas, so you can access it anytime from anywhere mostly, and you can kind of go at your own pace. But we pretty much cover the same information. Personal finance is all about how you handle money in your personal life. So some of the topics that we're going to discuss, we're going to begin with careers, because a career is how you earn money. We're going to talk about paychecks and taxes. When you get paid, what does all the numbers on your paycheck or on your pay stub mean? And everybody has to pay taxes, so what are your taxes going towards, and how do you file your taxes? Because if you have a full-time, if you have a job, not even a full-time job, but if you have a job, you will pay taxes. We're going to discuss different types of banks and what would be the best banking option for you based off of your needs. We'll talk about checking accounts and investing your money. Investing is generally something someone does a little bit later in life, but it's important to know what your options are. So we'll talk about what different types of investments there are and how risky and so on. And then we're going to get into the things that I think are going to be incredibly important for you, even as a high school student and especially as a young adult. So if you choose to go on to college or go straight to work, these topics are going to be important to you fairly early in life. So purchasing a car, renting an apartment, staying within a budget, insurance, and then credit, borrowing money, identity theft, and so on. So there's lots of what I would consider to be very important topics in this class. All right, so the structure of the class. I'm going to skip down to this area where it says modules. I am going to release what's called a module about every 1 to 2 weeks. And when I release a module, there's going to have several activities in the module for you to interact with. Some of the activities might be as simple as just watching a video and possibly taking some notes. Other activities might be completing like a worksheet kind of thing, or responding to an article. We're going to have discussion questions that I would like for you to respond to, and then also respond to each other. And then I will have quizzes for you to take that will help you get prepared for each end-of-unit test. Let me give you an example of what a module looks like. So now I am over on Canvas, and there's a chance that yours might look slightly different than mine. I have a teacher account, so it could be a little bit different. But you can see over here on the left-hand side, there are several options, and one of them is modules. And this is where you're going to mostly go whenever you're ready to do some personal finance stuff. So if you click on modules, there are several modules that are available. Now, you guys probably won't see all of these at the moment because I only release them every 1 to 2 weeks. So right now, probably the only module that you're currently seeing is Module 1. There are a total of 5 activities inside of Module 1. The first one you're doing right now, you're watching the intro video. There's also going to be a discussion question about careers. There's going to be a couple of videos for you to watch, one about careers and one about creating a resume. Some notes for both of those if you choose. I will never collect your notes, but you can always do those and take notes to help you kind of organize the info. And I think it also makes taking the test much, much easier if you have notes about the information. And then finally, at the very end, there is an activity where you're going to create a resume for either yourself or for a fictional character like a superhero. You can see that when this is due, it's due on September 10th. And it's worth a total of 20 points. When you click on these, so I'm going to click on the resume. When you click on these, you're going to see more information about it. So for instance, here is the directions. There are some hyperlinks to documents that you're probably going to need to finish this activity. And then there's a couple of different ways that you can submit it to me for grading. Most things you can email to me and I'll grade it that way. Or there are some times where you can just link it to the particular activity itself. All right, so this is what Canvas looks like. I would encourage you to pretty much always go to the modules and follow them. There are other links and you're welcome to explore those, but modules is the main thing. All right, back over to the syllabus. So scrolling down a bit, you can see I already discussed activities and tests. Let's talk about tests a little bit. So at the end of each unit, you will find that there is going to be a big kind of summative type test. I have already listed the dates that those 5 tests will take place. On this date, I will open the test up probably early to mid-morning. So like on September 11th, I will open it up early to mid-morning, maybe around 9 or 10 o'clock. And you have a total of at least 72 hours to take the test. Now I say at least, sometimes it might be 74 hours or 75 hours, but you will have always at least 72 hours. So that's 3 days. So that means if I open a test on a Tuesday, you have all the way until Friday to take that test. You can do it at any time. You can do it anywhere. Most of the tests will take probably 30 minutes to an hour, depending on how well you know the information. Okay. If for any reason you are unable to take this test, you get super busy with other things going on in your life, or you simply forget, or whatever the case may be, but if you forget to take this test, you are going to need to contact me. One of the ways listed above. And you and I are going to have to work out a time for you to take that test again. And most likely you'll need to do it either before school, after school, or during PLT. But the easiest way would just be for you to take it within the 72-hour time frame. Okay, technology needed. You need a device that has internet access. I think computers work the best. iPads are okay. Cell phones, not that great. You are kind of limited on what you can do with your cell phone. So I think if you have access to a computer, that is option 1 for you, but the iPad would probably be okay as well. Everything is through Gmail or through Google Docs. You already have access to that through school. All right. Finally, last but not least, here are some ways to get to be successful here. So this is an online class. This is going to be the very first time you've taken an online class. It's going to require some discipline. It's very easy in an online class to put things off or to not log in or whatever. It's easy to forget what you need to do. So I strongly encourage you to be disciplined. Maybe set aside certain times during your week that you're going to do personal finance online and do it then. That might be the best. Ask questions if you need help. We're not going to see each other face to face, so I will have no idea if you're struggling unless if you ask me. You can email me, you can come by and see me, or you can send a message through Canvas, all right? And then finally, I strongly encourage you to complete all of the activities that are posted, especially the ones that are worth points, because those directly contribute to your overall grade. All right, guys. That's about it. I hope that you enjoy the class. If you have any further questions at all, please contact me. See you later.